I mean, yeah, I see all kinds of students. I see a lot of students from like different classes of mine. Oh, a lot more people get coffee. Way more people get coffee. Busiest time would be earlier in the morning. Somewhere around open where people who need coffee from the night before or need coffee to wake up in the morning need to get coffee. I mean, it's usually like latte day is a big day where a lot of people get a latte for cheaper than usual. There's a lot of people that come in here getting brewed coffee. It's pretty cheap. As far as teas, you see more iced tea than anything, and even those come with a flavor sometimes. So you'll see more brewed coffee, lattes, Americanos than anything. I've personally brewed 2 different house blend coffees, right? And just both at once, it runs out pretty quickly. So I'm assuming somewhere around 8 times a day at least. Yeah.
Like a lot.
I average about 6 to 8 espresso shots a day. Oh, I'm for sure addicted to coffee.
I do drink coffee. I do like it. I don't. I do sometimes, but very few times.
Yes. No. Yes, sometimes. Yeah, I drink coffee often. Yeah, I love coffee. Yeah. I like coffee.
Yes, a lot. Like an addict.
Yes. I love it.
No, but I do take caffeine from other sources.
Every day I drink it.
A day? Probably once a day. 1 to 2 times a day. I drink 2 cups of coffee a day.
Like I don't drink water, I just drink coffee around at least 40 ounces each day.
I'm an addict, so I would say a couple cups a day at least.
Well, I drink it every morning. I have about 4 to 6 cups depending on how I feel. So that's about a half a pot.
I drink coffee because just for social reasons, getting coffee with a friend. I've always called myself a social coffee drinker.
Because I like the taste and I also need caffeine.
Whenever I feel like I'm falling asleep and I need to stay awake.
Because I have lots of exams and assignments, so I drink it to get some caffeine and to stay up at night. To stay up at night.
Because I need to stay awake and then I like the taste of coffee.
I don't know, it keeps me energized, and I also kind of like the whole feel of having especially in this weather, holding a hot cup of something.
I think it originated from when I was growing up. I was an ice skater, figure skater, and and in the mornings I would have to go to skating before school, and I mean waking up at 5 a.m. when you're in 2nd grade, it gets really tiring. And so I started drinking a little bit of coffee, but my mom limited it. But then once I got older, she couldn't really control me, and then it kind of became I don't want to say an addiction because I guess it is an addiction. I have a caffeine addiction.
If there's no coffee, probably tea.
I need tea.
Okay. I'll drink green tea. Maybe a green tea.
Maybe tea and stuff, but I don't know, just water or something like that.
I would do a really strong tea if it came to it, or a diet soda if I really wanted caffeine.
Tea.